being quiet because everyone is sleeping. I have a day off work today and I am extremely tired. I'm so tired. Everyone is still sleeping. It's 8:15. I'm not sure what I'm going to be filming today, guys, because I plan to stay at home today. I can't go to the gym because at the moment the gym that I go to, they're having no classes because they are refurbishing the floors and painting walls and so on. So I feel like that I was told anyway, for the next 3 days or so, there would not be any classes. And I do like to go classes, as you guys know if you follow me. I do like my classes. I like my body conditioning especially class, which was meant to be today, but I can't go. As I said, there is no classes. I could go in the gym and do some weights and stuff, but you know, we do weights in body conditioning. I could do that, but it's my day off. I'm extremely tired, so I just don't feel like I'm going to even get dressed today because of it. But I do have a few things to do later. I cannot find my SD reader, my SD card reader. I need to find that. It's either under my bed here or located somewhere else. So I need to find that. I need to do some cleaning, guys. I need to clean my kitchen. I need to put a wash on, wash some clothes. And that's basically it for the day, I feel. Oh, I do need to pay some bills also and see if I can do an online shop. I was going to actually take you guys along shopping today, but as I'm not planning to step outside, because the plan was to go to my conditioning class and then go and do some food shopping, but as the class is cancelled, I'm probably going to just be lazy, take advantage of the fact that I'm home today and do an online shop. Everyone's still sleeping. Everyone's still asleep. Kai will soon wake up. He has a class. Yeah, he has a class in about an hour. So he'll wake up soon, or I'll wake him up for that. Yeah. I'll wake him up for that. Yeah. So I'm at the moment currently just indulging in YouTube. By the way, there's another channel that I'd like you guys to check out. Her name is Jenny O. So it's Jenny O, and she does a lot of, basically she reviews TikToks, especially when it comes to race content type of situations and just different things about racial equality and, you know, all that type of stuff anyway. And people will put up the most ridiculous things on TikTok, I swear. TikTok, I'm not sure about TikTok, to be honest. Everyone is on it, but I'm not sure about it. I don't think that's a platform that I would enjoy to be on. It sounds like TikTok is becoming more and more sinister, is becoming more and more problematic. And I just finished watching actually a story of a mother that had her children on TikTok with herself dancing and so forth, and showing different meals they would make and things like that. But now this particular mother over in America has now been arrested for her treatment of her children. It's a really sad story. Yeah, I can't get into TikTok. And as I said, TikTok's becoming very dark and sinister and problematic, and all the other, just I don't know. It used to be mostly for TikTok dances, like when it used to be called music. I think it was musically, yeah. It used to be called musically, and it was mainly for singing and dancing. But now it's almost like a platform like YouTube, where there's a load of different array of posts. You can get skits on there. You could get people talking about quite controversial topics, just all sorts. It's not just for dance. So yeah. Anyway, at the moment, I'm watching or about to watch the AFC podcast, one of my favourite channels. I think you should check him out also. He basically is, AFC is Advocation for Children, and he basically tells you all the horror stories that's been going on, especially in and around America, concerning children. It's awful stories, but it's things that doesn't get highlighted on on the news. It's just things that's just not spoken about that should be spoken about. Yeah, it's basically just a lot of child abuse, child cruelty, just a lot of things. It's really, it's really bad. It's really, really bad. But it's interesting to know that all these things goes on and they don't get much media coverage at all, if any. So yeah. And before, I was also watching something to do with Shanquilla's death. If you don't know who Shanquilla is, she's a girl that went to Mexico with a few of her friends, her good friends, and basically was beaten to death by these same said friends. I mean, it's all over social media. If you're about social media, you would know about the Shanquilla story. But yeah, so even young adults are out here doing the most. I mean, it all boils down to envy as well. Like, her friends was obviously envious of her success. They're all in their 20s. They all travel. They're all perfectly capable young adults that was meant to just go and have an enjoyable time in Mexico, and ended up beating this girl to death and flying back to America, to tell her mother that it was alcohol poisoning when really it wasn't. It's so sad what's going on in this world, really. It absolutely is. And I like to keep myself posted on a whole variety of things that goes on, not only on the news and, in the bigger media um, outlets, but also on YouTube. YouTube is a great platform for getting stories like this out there. Um, you know, it's so sad, so sad. Anyway, guys, I'm not going to... I think you should definitely check out Jenny O, which she does most of the TikTok ones, and the AFC podcast, which is mostly advocacy for children. I'm just watching about this little girl at the moment who went missing, a little 4-year-old girl, and they've just found her remains, and apparently her carers are the person that killed the poor little child. Like, what the hell's going on in this world? Honestly, people's just not aware. They just don't care to take care of these children, love these children, show these children love. I mean, if you do not want to show that a child love, that child is better off in care, because it's not fair to the child. You know, they could be growing up in a loving home rather than at the hands of their own parents or sometimes grandparents. You know, very neglectful cases of just cruelty to these children. It's just outrageous. And not just grandparents and parents, cousins, aunties, whatever the case, you know, carers, whatever the case. Yeah, so I've been anyway watching that, which is a little bit depressing, but I'm very interested in what's going on. That doesn't get a huge media coverage. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go, and I will come back later when I'm actually out of bed and doing stuff. You'll only see me at home today, I think. I don't know if I'm going to film. We'll see what I get into, shall we? We'll see how this goes. But anyway, I hope everyone's having a great day. I hope you're really loving each other, your family members, the children in your family. Show them a lot of love, okay? Children needs that. Children needs that. They just need love and care and attention. Like, stop being cruel and horrible to children, okay? Just don't do that, okay? There's too many people, horrible people, that just don't care enough. And they're just horrible. It's getting me really angry right now, guys. Anyway, I'm going to go, and I will check back in with you guys when I'm up, okay, and out of bed. All right then. I'll still be in my pajamas though, because I don't plan to get dressed today. All right, I'll see you guys in a minute. Bye. Hi guys, welcome back. It's many hours later. Nicole has gone to work, and so has Dominique. It's just myself and Kai at home currently. I've been indulging in Jenny O, the channel that I was talking about earlier, where she tackles a lot of race issues. Yeah, I was just watching that on someone calling out Meghan Markle again. Leave the woman alone, okay? Now, I remember when the Queen died last year, I took my son to go to the memorial, like where all the flowers was laid and everything, because I personally saw it as a historical moment that my child was a child. So I wanted him to have that memory of what age he was when this happened, because it's history. She was, I believe, our longest reigning queen. And if anyone knows me, they know that I'm into history. I love history, okay? And I've watched The Crown, Okay, so I've had a little bit of respect for the Queen for the fact that she was only but a child when she had to learn, basically teaching herself. Sorry guys, let me put the light on. Basically teaching herself, and obviously with some guidance, on what she should do, how she should address certain situations, and so on. And so in her passing, I felt like I was watching a program. This is in the UK, by the way. And I was watching a program called This Morning. And on that show, on the Queen's passing, there was a lot of people sending in pictures to this program of when they met the Queen. And they were just young children back in the 50s, 60s, and so forth. And I thought, wow, that's really good that you've got those memories, you've got those pictures. And that's what I did with my son. Now that's my prerogative. I felt like it's part of history. I'm somebody that loves history. I watch every type of history, by the way, from World War One, World War Two, everything, basically. Everything. Slavery, especially Black history, slavery, and so forth. Okay. So I felt like I should take my child down there to let him just see for himself live this historical moment. The Queen that has reigned for 70 years, passing away. It's not because I'm a royalist. I'm definitely not a royalist, let me tell you. So don't get it twisted, okay? I've even had this little debate with my kid's dad, because on that day I bought a small little key ring, and it just says has the Queen on it, yeah, and it says the dates on it from when she first reigned to, you know, till her passing. And I just flung it down on a little picture I had. I just put it down for the time being while he went crazy. So I removed it because I don't want people to think that, oh, you're a royalist, you're all about the royals. No, I'm not, okay? Don't get it twisted. No, I'm not, okay? I just love history. That's all it was. That's all it was. I like history. I like living in the moment. I like my child to have those memories, and for him to grow up as a dad, as a granddad, and say to his children, stroke grandchildren, here's a picture of when the actual Queen died in the UK. And here's me and my mother going down there to pay our respects in remembrance, basically. That does not mean that I'm a royalist, guys. I'm very, very aware of exactly what the royal family has done when it comes to my own people and colonizing our countries to make it their own, okay? I am not in support of that, okay? I will always stand by my Black people. The only time I won't support my Black people is when you hear about black on black crime. That needs to stop. We need to do better. We really need to do better. Okay? Let me make my tea as I carry on this rant. Okay, so that's the only time, guys, that I will actually say that I am not in support of my people, okay? I'm not in support of black on black crime. I don't think most Black people is in support of black on black crime. I have a black child, 3 black children actually, and one of them is a son. And I'm not teaching my son to go around killing your son, okay? I don't play that. So that is the only time I would say that I am not in favour of my people. Right, let's go, guys. Just made myself a cup of tea. This has turned into a bit of a rant because I've just been watching Jenny O, and it's really, really getting me on my last nerves, the way these people, okay, especially, you know, white supremacy coming into play, okay? Leave the woman alone, okay? Leave the woman alone, yeah? She's a black woman, and I don't care what you say. She's mixed. She's got half white, half black in her, okay? But she's black, okay? Mixed people, for me, I'm about the 1-drop rule, by the way, just to let you know. I am about the 1-drop rule. Because as much as people say to me that, oh, your children are very fair, are they mixed? Yeah, they're partially mixed, partially. I say partially because their father is mixed and I'm clearly black, okay? So with that being said, my children are only quarter white, okay? If they was to do a crime and come face to face with law enforcement, with the law, okay, they're not going to look at them and say, oh, you know, let's tap into their white side. No, they're going to be treated as a black person, okay, because that's how it is. That literally is how it is, okay? And I'm all for my black people. And this Meghan Markle remarks that people keep saying, oh, she loves attention. Oh, how come she's not standing by her man now and coming on tour with him while he promotes his book? It's because you guys keep saying she's an attention seeker. So she's staying her black ass at home and looking after her children. Leave her alone. She's damned if she does and she's damned if she doesn't. Leave the woman alone, okay? I personally have come across people saying things to me simply because of the type of hair I have. My skin is black, but people sees, I don't know about my eyes. A lot of people say, oh, it's the eyes, but I don't see that at all. It's the hair. People asks me all the time, oh, where are you from? Where are you from? Do you have some type of mix in you? I'm half Mauritian, half Dominican, guys. I'm black, okay? I'm black, yes? I have my children, okay, experiencing pretty much the same thing, you know. Oh, how come they're so fair? They're fair because they have a mixed father. That's why they're fair. Leave my children alone, okay? They're fair because their father is fair. I've even had people just speak on my kids, okay, like I'm not in the room. Oh, how come your brother is darker than you? How come you're darker than this other family member? How come this? How come that? Why does it matter? Why does it matter to you so much? Leave my kids alone, because I don't play that. I don't play that, okay? That's racist, number one, and you can keep it to yourself. Keep your comments to yourself and keep my children out of your mouth, because you're making my kids feel somehow about their complexion. It's all colorism going on. And it really, really, really does get on my nerve, okay? Stop comparing my children's complexions. You're making them feel some type of way. You're making me, as their mum, feel some type of way. And that shouldn't be at all, okay? Keep your thoughts and opinions to yourself. Don't make my children feel bad because of what complexion they are. Okay? That's colorist right there at its finest. It's getting me angry, guys. As I said, I was just watching Jenny O, one of my favorite YouTubers. She touches on a lot of colorist remarks and people throwing shade, especially on black women, and just racism and all of that type of situations on TikTok. That's why I say TikTok is very problematic. Very problematic. I don't support TikTok. There's a lot of platforms that's problematic, I know. But there seems to be a whole load of these things coming up and popping up on TikTok as of late. And it's really getting under my skin, I have to say, you know. So I'm sorry, guys, this ended up being a rant, because whenever you're talking about my children, I get very defensive. Whenever I'm even thinking of people calling out my kids and their complexion, I get very, very defensive. I get very angry and it pisses me off. Sorry for my French, but it really, really gets on my nerves. Do not, okay, call out my children. That's all I have to say on that. Don't call out my children. I'm sorry, guys, to come here ranting. This was meant to be a very pleasant vlog, but I just feel like it has to be said, okay? It has to be said. Keep people of colour out of your mouth, okay? There's people that has, I know, there's a lot of white people that says, oh, but my neighbours are black. Oh, but I live in a black neighbourhood. Oh, but my bestie is black. I'm not racist. And it's like, yeah, but your words, the things that you're saying tells black people otherwise. Do you understand? If you're calling out and being colorist, there's an issue. Okay? There's white people that's got mixed kids and still want to pinpoint their complexion and make the child or children feel some type of way. Don't do it. Shut up. Shut up. Okay? I said it. Yes, I did. And I'm unapologetic for it. So, I've been watching Jenny O, and maybe I should take a break from watching it, but I'm very intrigued on all these things that's come popping up on TikTok. I tell you, I'm very, very, very like, wow. Wow. The way racism is so real, honestly, I don't know why people says, oh, it was in the past, let it go. Let what go? In what past? It's still happening today. What are you talking about? Oh, please. Anyway, guys, on that note, I feel like this has become a rant video. I'm not even just ranting about colorism either. As I said earlier, I also watch AFC podcast, which is also very depressing, I have to say. But it's also about children. And that's children of all colours, by the way. Just children in general, anyone under the age of 17, 18, children. And I was watching like I told you earlier, I was watching a video that he had posted about this little white 4-year-old little girl that was basically murdered by her carers. The carers was part of her family. It wasn't foster carers, or she wasn't placed with a foster care in the foster care system. Nothing like that. They were relatives of hers. And they basically killed this poor baby on Christmas Day. A 4-year-old little girl got murdered by her carers on Christmas Day, while all other children is opening their presents and all the excitement of Christmas. This poor little girl was being murdered. Like, this world is absolutely sick and twisted. It really, really, really is. I do not get what is going on, okay? And again, this podcast, this particular one, has nothing to do with race. This was a little white girl, blonde hair, blue eyes. It was a little white girl, okay? I'm not racist myself, okay? If you're going to make remarks on my children or remarks on me, then I wouldn't say you're someone that I would want to be around. Let's just put it that way. And AFC podcast, the AFC podcast, shows a lot of black, actually, children that's being beaten to death, killed in their own homes, sexually abused in their own homes by family members, by partners, by boyfriends of the mother that left the child in that father's care, that stepfather's care. And it's on every race, I'm telling you, every race. And it's not on. It really, really isn't on the way people treat people. We have to do better. We need to do better. And for my black people out there that thinks black on black crime is okay because someone done something to your friend or your family member, you are then going to retaliate and get some type of revenge, and then here it goes. I'm not for that. I'm talking to my black community at the moment. I'm not about that life at all. I am not about that life, okay? And I'm going to say that I don't find myself to be racist. I am not racist. I'll copy what you guys say. I have white friends. How about that? Okay? And I just don't feel like people just don't watch what they do and what they say and who they say it to and who's around them when they say it. And people is neglecting small little children that can't defend themselves. Like, please, guys, do better. Please just do better. I'm talking about every colour in every nation needs to do better. We all need to do better. I could do better. My kids could do better. Everyone can do better. Okay? I've not raised my children to be colorist. I've not raised my children to be racist. I've not raised my children to hurt others. I'm not raising my children to abuse others. I'm not raising my children to do any type of black on black crime. Please, guys, do the same. Okay? Do the same. And for God's sake, leave Meghan alone. Okay? I'm going back to the Harry and Meghan now. Leave Meghan alone. Okay? That was on Jenny O, by the way. Leave the woman alone. She's at home looking after her babies. This is Harry's book. Harry wants to tear down the monarchy. That's up to him. It's his story to tell. She's not getting involved. And because she's not getting involved, it's like, ow, where's attention-seeking Meghan? Surprised that she ain't following her hubby, Prince Harry, around with his book tours. Because it's not her place to follow her husband around with this book tours. This is his business, and she's respecting that. So please, in turn, respect her for that. Just because she's a black woman, don't keep going on and on and on her case. I please, honestly, you people does need to do better. You do. Anyway, that's the end of my rant, guys. I've been indulging in catching up with AFC podcast, the AFC podcast, and Jenny O, and it's kind of got me a bit riled up on racism, colorism, and children being neglected, abused, and so forth. Do better. Thank you. That's all I have to say on the subject. I'm now going to go ahead and enjoy the rest of my evening off. You guys take care of yourself. Please stay safe. This is why I say this. Stay safe. And be safe. Being safe means protect yourself, protect your family. I don't mean by carrying around a weapon. I just mean just look after each other. And peace. Always peace, guys. Stay safe, be safe. Peace, guys.